JJ the CPA here. Let's talk about IRS instructions. Here's the thing to know. They are a beautiful thing. IRS instructions go through whatever form it is, line by line with instructions. When it even talks about who signs it, there is detailed information on who signs it. The instructions start out with knowing what version it is, what year it applies to. They have a section in there, the very beginning, that talks about what's new. So that's a great way to know what's new for the year or new with the tax law. Then it talks about when you need to file, how you need to file, all the details that you would think are obvious, they lay out. And then it goes through that form line by line. So not just for Form 1040, but Schedule E, Schedule C, Schedule F, Form 4562, the list goes on. So sometimes when you are wanting to look at something, you can start with the instructions in terms of understanding why something was what it was. Now, I'm not a big proponent of doing your own taxes. What I am a big proponent of is being aware of your taxes. So when you're going through your tax return, which you should be doing, doesn't matter if you have someone preparing that return, doesn't matter if they've been preparing it for 22 years like I do with some of my clients. You want to be familiar with what's on your tax return. So when you open that up and you're going through, the first thing you should do is look at your Form 1040, pull out the instructions, and what do? Go down through the line items, something doesn't make sense. There's the instructions, it goes in the same order. Take a look at it. Why is this important? On the Form 1040, you want to make sure that there's a box checked correctly related to dependents or other dependents. If you have a small business, you want to make sure that line 9 of that Form 1040 has this new qualified business income deduction. If you are doing the standard deduction or itemized deduction, there's rules and limitations related to that, but it's spelled out in the instructions. So the instructions are an easy way to figure out what is on your return and why. Even goes through some of the calculation, talks about what information is needed to go into that form. And then here's the bottom line. Here's the thing I want you to know about instructions. That is the playbook. The playbook for the IRS and the playbook for you. But guess what? They're the same playbook. So to ensure that things are done properly, the instructions is the first place to go, even for us. You know how many forms there are out there? Tons. Instructions for each one are so helpful to make sure that things are going on there properly. All right, hey, I am on every social medium platform. Hashtag JJ the CPA. I'd love it if you'd follow. And then on YouTube, please subscribe. I'd so appreciate it. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. Well, here's the bottom line. You need to subscribe to my videos, right? I've given you valuable information here. I appreciate you tuning in, but here's what I need you to do. A favor, click subscribe, check out my other videos, and then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me.